Hi, I'm Mike Jr. and I'd like to give my real thoughts on The Odd Couple. The Odd Couple was a play, there was a movie, there was a TV series, there's been so many Odd Couple stuff. Yeah, I've never seen a play performances of the play. I've seen the movies and the various shows. They were great, like, yeah. Yeah, yeah, first knew about The Odd Couple in summer of 1996 when it was out to Nick at Night. And I instantly liked it. It was a really great show. Tony Randall and Jack Klugman were both the greatest Felix and Oscar. They had a lot of great episodes and so many great supporting characters, a lot like Murray the cop and Oscar was Secretary Murray. You know, I kept expecting the first episode to be about Felix and his wife get divorced and moving with Felix or with Oscar, but then they saw that wasn't. You know, some episodes began with an announcer talking about the situation. Yeah, I was really surprised that was not at the beginning of the first episode. I was kind of surprised, like with the DVDs came out, and there were articles saying, with Gary Marshall saying that the ABC complained that the pilot was too much like the movie, and he said it was the point. But I thought, really, it's like the movie. But then, like, yeah, it's like part of the movie, but not that much. Like, it's not about moving in. I think it's kind of strange how. Like the movie, Oscar had two kids, they don't appear on the series. And Felix had a son and a daughter, but his son only appeared once, where stars in multiple episodes. And they never really had them both appearing together. It's interesting how in the series his ex-wife's name was Gloria, but in the play and movie it's Francis. And weird. And, yeah, I was a big fan of that. And several years later, there was the new Odd Couple with African American actors playing the characters and recycling the scripts. I kind of some episodes on TV Land. It was kind of decent. A few years ago, CBS saw a new kind of Odd Couple, just called The Odd Couple. Yeah, that's kind of okay. I don't think I ever saw the third season. I don't know if there's too many new episodes on it. One of the ironic things, like when we think of the show Two and a Half Men, I thought that Two and a Half Men was kind of like a cross between Full House, The Odd Couple, but then I saw this new Odd Couple. I feel like that's more like Two and a Half Men than Two and a Half Men was like the original. Also, like the original Odd Couple had a reunion movie called The Odd Couple Together Again. It's kind of decent. That was made after Jack Klugman had throat surgery, so his voice was very different, and they talk about that in the movie. So I can't remember that much, but people were liking it. Then there was the movie, and the movie came before the series. Actually, like on the week when Odd Couple started on Nick at Night, I was looking through my video movie guide and noticed there was an Odd Couple movie. Of course, I already knew from the credits with the series that was based on a play by Neil Simon. And then, like a few weeks later, like, in my town, they went to a Harvard video store, and that movie was one of the first things that they went from there. It was really great. And I was kind of disappointed that no so either ex-wives. They didn't like the fight or whatever that let Felix get divorced. It was a lot of great stuff. Like, well, I found kind of interesting. There's one character, Evgeny, like in the movie, he's played by John Fielder, who'd go on to be on the Bob Newhart show and be the voice of Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. They have the series, who was played by a different actor. Like I think his name's Larry Gilbert. Yet the actor was also a regular on the Bob Newhart show. Yet the John Fielder made a guest appearance on the original series as well. So interesting. And yeah, of course, there's cussy music. Of course, one of the funniest scenes is the linguine scene where Felix is like, "That's not spaghetti, that's linguine," and Oscar just throws it at the wall. Jack Lemmon was great as Felix, and Walter Matthau was great as Oscar. So I mentioned, like, had been watching the Odd Couple Nick at Night for a while before seeing the movie, and yet some of the characters, I guess I didn't know some of the series after seeing the movie. Like, I didn't notice the Pigeon Sisters or the poker players who were all mostly in the first season. Yeah. Then 3 years later, the Odd Couple had a sequel called The Odd Couple 2. When hearing about it, I thought it was kind of weird because it had been so long. And lately I've been wondering if maybe the sequel after the popularity of the reruns on Nick at Night. Who knows? Yeah, there's some great stuff. Like I don't think it's really the best movie, but it's decent. I really like the parts where they keep getting arrested by the same cops in the same town, and eventually, like, guess the sheriff or whoever tells people not to arrest them for anything else. Yeah, like kind of like the ending of that was kind of sad though. So it's kind of how both the Odd Couple 2 and the Odd Couple Together Again. They both feature Felix's daughter getting married. And the Odd Couple 2, Sister marries also his son. Yeah. Yeah. The Odd Couple's been around for a long time. There's been so many variations and so many new shows. And what is it about the Odd Couple that brings us so many different sitcoms?